trying to get this, so I can store it. Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTube. This is the reboot video. Because Chloe knocked it out, we had to restart the entire video. So I'm restarting it now, but I'm not going to go into everything I discussed because that entire video was completely crap, thanks to Chloe doing what she's doing. So we're trying to get the everything cleaned up and so forth and so on. So again, I apologize. I know there's a lot of people out there wondering what happened. So the video camera went dead and she knocked it out and so forth and so on. So this is a short reboot video because I know people wanted me to talk about what's going on. So let me just reiterate. They passed a bill for stimulus. Fortunately, the Republicans aren't going to budge. Most of these greedy bastards want their fucking money. So because of it, I'm not going to make this video too long because I have stuff to do tonight. I got to watch movies, watch video reviews, watch a thing on trains, watch a lot of things. This weekend's going to be devoted to other things,
After I eat, I'm going to take a bath.
All right.
I mean, actually, after we eat and watch movies, I'll take a bath after a first movie or a second movie.
Well, I got reviews to watch first, so. But anyways, got game reviews to watch. I got game reviews to add to the list. I got other things to do. Got to watch 503 and 504 of American Tales. And then I got to watch train videos, and I got to watch other things. Go through my new train book. Mark some stuff in it in red ink for me. And Chloe knocked the camera out of the whack. Brad, what if I just knocked it out? I
don't like this place getting clean. You see this place getting starting to depress me.
Yeah, it actually looks better clean. You just gotta get the
No, it doesn't. It actually looks a lot better when things are all over the place. I love it. I love it. That's what I like. There's places I can hide things. I was walking like messy houses. I don't know. He likes to live in a mess. And you can really see one room a mess.
well, Mom's got to clean both office and her room. You gotta clean this place.
We're making it to play.
Who knows?
Under the bed. I was just dragging stuff there so I can messy home under my feet.
So Chloe knocked it over, Brad, and so the camera went, dead. And so, So she knocked it over, and everything else happened, so I will redo the video. So, like I said, I gotta watch video game reviews, followed by trains, So, anyways, Brad, that's what happened. Minnesota basically, I think, left. So for the rest of you out there, the latest news is the Democrats don't feel safe voting at the House, so they did remote voting. You know. Mm-hmm. So the Washington region or Washington, D.C. region is a hot spot for the virus. So basically, that's what's going on in the news. Another thing is colleges want students back, but they're afraid of the risks. It says here, Alabama is partially open, you know. Personally, I would be very careful in this pandemic. Arizona, I'd still be safe. Not safe going there. Arkansas, partially open. Colorado, partially open. Delaware, partially open. District of Columbia, closed. Florida, partially open. Georgia, partially open. Hawaii, partially open. Illinois, again, all these things are open prematurely. Iowa, partially open. Kansas, partly open. Louisiana, partly open. Maine, partially open. Maryland, partially open. Massachusetts, still closed. Michigan, closed. Mississippi, partially open. Missouri, partially open. Montana, partially opened. Nevada, partially open. New Hampshire, partially open. New Jersey, closed. New Mexico, partially open. So there we go. New York, closed. North Carolina, partially open. North Dakota, partially open. Ohio, partially open. Oklahoma, partially open. Oregon, partially open finally. Well, just Oregon decided they have to open. Pennsylvania, partially open. Rhode Island, partially open. South Carolina, partially open. South Dakota, partially open. Tennessee, partially open. Texas, partially open. U.S. Virgin Islands, partly open. Utah, partially open. Vermont, partially open. Virginia, partially open. Washington, partially open. West Virginia, partially open. Wisconsin, partially open. Wyoming, partially open. So if you look at it this way, yeah. Like right here, retail shops hit record time all the time low. Majority of working fear to infect their home. That's why we have to stay home. A lot of people are basically, wondering if it's time to open or if it's not. Military faces more budget cuts because of coronavirus. Yep. So basically, the bill was passed, but it ain't going anywhere in the Senate. Almost often increased food stamps. Again, it ain't going anywhere. Better roll out the food, Chloe. Here's what's going on in the country, right? Trump himself is pushing the economy to reopen. He doesn't care if you all die. Oswald said recently he's no rush to sign on additional spending. Democrats say spending is needed. The president said no. An attempt by Republicans to attach an amendment that have struck language in the bill extending an earlier round of stimulus checks to immigrations, illegal unauthorized immigrants. So basically, he's threatened to veto, and the Republican, they're not doing it. Like here, states have taken on the corona spike, but now they need the federal government to help them with aid. And basically, 2020 will be the darkest winter in history, you see? So now we got to convince Mitch McConnell. Kamala Harris was telling people, watch out for the death toll. Which I've been saying that too. Let's do it this time.
Hey, mind if I have one of those round beefs? Those beef chips?
You mean the peppered?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll take one.
that's what I meant. Pepper. Oh, this brats are looking good.
Thank you. Well, basically, here you go. Yeah, I mean, literally, we need to look after ourselves, Brad. Look, here we go. In such times, each party believes that the other must die so the other may live. What type of selfishness is that, Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to get some buns tomorrow at the gas station.
Mm-hmm. Here's one. Poor countries like America. And it says food hunger is going to be the problem. J.C. Penney decides to declare bankrupt. Another one about unpaid rent. A lot of our people here, 2/3 of the people in our complex, and the other 4 buildings that managers decided not to pay their rent. Managers getting ready to do an eviction as soon as you can. Me and Chloe were caught up.
Yeah. And then if she ever sees this house soon after it's cleaned. Oh. Left this on the floor. Chip particle. How much this chip crumbs just vacuumed.
Mm-hmm.
Or how my vacuum.
Phone data is not a crystal ball for reopening, people. So, there you have it. Basically, all this news is saying what I've been telling you. Prepare for it, you know. So, like I said, if you look at the big picture here, the Post is basically preparing us for a depression. You must prepare for it. Yeah, you're not willing to pay for stupid prices and getting sick either, Brad. You're doing the right thing, literally. But so now what we do is we wait to see how the Republicans and the president handle the bill that was passed in the House. Like I said, then on arrival. Well, actually, that's what I will always say. And I'm not going to go to restaurants. I'm not going to have them try to help me. I need my info. That's a violation of my Constitution. Well, thank you.
What relish? Oh, you don't like relish.
No, thank you. You got relish on yours. I wouldn't even waste my time getting in line for hours just to go fucking get a buffet. Bargain, fuck it. So basically, for all of you out there, Congress passed the bill, Senate's going to veto it, and the president not. They said, I quote, one party saying the other party needs to give up their life for them to live. Congress downright selfish.
Are you sacrifice the businesses, or you sacrifice people's lives? I think, see, the businesses could all die out as long as the people, lives should be more important than the corporations. Corporations go out, they'll sell what? I mean, these corporate owners could just start something else when they get back on their feet, start something new. And these people worried, well, we're going to shop and buy all our good stuff. We are American.
Let me buy you.
Well, new companies will emerge eventually.
Let me put it this way. So he's right. However, here's the problem, okay? When the company gets successful, pick the automobile industry, the RV industry, the yacht industry, all these places. We start out, they do well, and then to better themselves, they take out loans on their businesses and say my business is great, and then say something like the depression happens. Players knocking on their doors wanting your money. A lot of companies can't pay. That's what's happening now.
Housing market would be gone because no one could buy a house even if they could afford it, because all their credit would be bad.
Yeah, but as Brad and Minnesota would say, the reason for those bad people is because they did bad investments.
So when so many people have bad credit because the economy went downhill, and people need to get a house, they can't get a home or rent an apartment, what are they going to do? They'll build their own little huts, like under a bridge.
Don't know what they'll do.
Build little hut villages under a bridge, and then or what they do, find some land in the wilderness and build a log cabin or a small home.
Like I said, I don't know what they'll do.
You know what they could do is, they'll go somewhere and build something.
I mean, look, the problem is they're not going to be able to build anything because they won't have any money to build.
But I'm say eventually, the economy got better. They got a job. Their credit was still bad. A lot of people still have bad credit. Everyone goes back to work, but where are they all going to live?
Tents.
Which I,
Tents.
When they just work for the economy while living in a tent the rest of their lives.
No, until 5 years happens, and then their credit's a lot better, then they can buy a house, or 10 years. The problem is, when you have companies using a lot of money to financially do things, right? I mean, look at it this way. People are complaining, okay, the economy is taking a dump, right? I'll tell you why the economy took a dump. Me and Chloe was sitting here the other day, all right? Chloe's got disability. She's got her back check coming on her card. She's planning on buying a new TV, right? And Chloe comes around my channel so I can tell a story. The last night she said, yeah, I want this price range and this price range, but I want this size to this size. She didn't care that the TV was $3,000. She looked at the search engine at Best Buy and said, holy crap, there's that many TVs to look through. So we went through them, looked over the reviews, and went on YouTube, found what we wanted. Problem is just to isolate what you want, there's too many products in the market. They bring out one product line with 30 different fucking TV. Like, oh, we sell 86 and 82 and 77 and 75 and 65. That's too many fucking TVs on the market. When you look at every company making TVs, they're saturating between 750 and 2,000 TVs a year. I've talked to people and I asked people, why'd you invest in a TV? I know Chloe can because, well, they told her to spend out her money. But they said, oh, well, we're going to be in our house for over a year, 18 months, getting the public dole, so we might as well enjoy a big TV to watch our shit on. So I said, well, what happens if the food runs out? Then what? What are you going to do? Well, just pull out our such and such and blow away a couple people and take their food. We don't care.
They said they're going to kill people for food. You don't care to kill people for food.
Basically, they said that they don't care because the poor should be thinned out anyways.
Yeah, because they're greedy people. These middle class, working class. The middle class and the wealthy are greedy now.
Yeah. I mean, look at the wealthy. The wealthy turned around and said middle class and the poor class can go and pass on for them to live.
The middle class saying the poor can pass on so them and the rich could live on. Right. See, the poor, they want to be accepted as same as the rich. The rich want to group them with the poor.
The problem is like I said time and time again, the American people are doing stupid purchases. They're all watching YouTube vids, pushing for Congress to pass it. Congress passes it. Now they're basically saying it's dead on arrival. And then people say, oh, watch this person. He's going to tell you it's going to pass. The Republicans will pass it. No, they won't. I mean, look. I mean, he's not like Mitch McConnell, okay? In some ways, he's got it right. Has anyone went to the debt clock? Has anyone? Have you, Chloe?
No.
Hey, let me show you then. Watch this, everyone. I want to see Chloe's reaction.
Actually, I have seen it.
You haven't seen it on this TV. Watch the numbers, my dear.
I'm watching.
When it loads. All right, here you go, everyone.
Yep, right there. I've seen it before. Yeah, where?
Debt per citizen, almost 77,000. Debt per taxpayer, 204,000. I mean, look. Basically, everyone in this country is basically needing to realize that these numbers aren't lying. It's basically stating that no one is going to fucking spend the money for another stimulus. We put up $9 trillion into the economy. We can't float the economy. Well, you might as well just kill the economy. And that, I mean, look. Commander-in-Chief turns around and says, it's a new norm. We have to expect people to die to get the economy working. He's bankrolling on new people dying to fucking get him elected again. August 4th, they say approximately 184,000 people will be dead. The American people's got to wake up and say, when's it enough? I mean, this virus is nothing to take lightly. You start reopening everything because you want the economy to have people funnel their money into booze and gyms and everything else, and then the virus spreads like wildfire. Where's me and Chloe going to be? We're going to be on this island, staying in and ordering everything. We ain't even going out except to get milk. And that could even basically affect us.
Video.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say something.
There's no, I mean, basically, I'm going to have to rethink my entire plan if the fucking states reopen because the president, I'm pushing everyone to open it for his re-election. This virus is going to spike. This virus is going to kill people. And I'm not taking any chances. When I find out my family's got the virus, I'm going to say, well, I'm sorry you got it. American people need to ask themselves, when your own family members start kicking the bucket because of this virus, you're going to ask yourself, what's more important? Safety, survival, or going to work? People say, oh, the president's blaming the Democrats for blocking this so they can get him out of office. It isn't about getting him out of office. And Chloe knows this is about protecting the American people. So, Chloe, do you feel safe going outside? I mean, literally, if the state reopens after May 31st, in this day, everyone's going to be flocking here. Yep. I wouldn't even trust Chloe to go out and get milk then.
Stores want to go see the site.
Yeah.
They don't go to get people sick.
No. And then when viruses spike, they have to close the state down. They'll be like, oh, well, you know, so what if poor Bob McGee dies? I want to see the fucking site. Yeah. I mean, look at our beloved moderator, Pee-wee. Sister Pee-wee had to drive 40 miles one way to go get groceries today. You hear her story?
Right.
Last week she went shopping. She got a 5-pound Chubb's hamburger, right? The Chubb's, not the 10-pound. 5-pound, $12.99. Now it went to $17.99. She just couldn't afford it.
Wow.
I mean, literally, she's got to make changes. I mean, literally, look at what, you know. We're in a pandemic and no one wants to care. They all want to go partying, get drunk, and get laid. Sorry to say, but if that was what America's been founded on now, then a lot of people suck. If America was founded on principles instead of big businesses, again, those people suck. And the lives are important. Now, let me put it this way. I know if my family was watching, or Chloe's family was watching, or even Poppy was watching, Poppy would say it's either make money and die, stay home and die. Any way to look at it, it is. Hey, Dark Joker, what up, Holmes? So basically what I'm saying is there's two sides of the story. Now, my side is they opened up the government too fast, and now we're going to have spikes and a lot more deaths. They don't want to believe the models are accurate. Remember when President Trump said 250,000 was going to die? And then he said, 125, and then 100,000, then he said, 50,000. We've surpassed over, I don't remember how many. They said by June 1st, 3,000 would be dying a day. Let's check the numbers. You know me, Chloe, I love numbers. So, in the last 24 hours, Chloe, I want you to give your opinion. In the last 24 hours, we've had almost 1,900 deaths. So we're almost peaking 90,000 deaths. The model doesn't lie. So technically, the president is basically willing to throw 1,858 people under the bus to restart the economy, and he doesn't care. Plain and simple, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
My thing is we don't need to basically say much, but American people want him out, they'll vote him out. Literally, the new norm is not. No, you knocked over the camera the other day. Wait. So what's up, Dark Joker? I mean, literally, that's the facts. 1,858 people died in the last 24 hours of the coronavirus.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the rising, it's going up. It's going up. Get away from that computer, Winnie Mo. But I'm not Blizzard. Not you. You're not getting my dinner. I'm going to scarf it down so you don't get any. So basically, look at the big picture here. I'm telling you, stockpile food as much as you can. Don't go out unless you have to. Plan carefully. Plan carefully. Be like a prepper now. Prep yourself for the worst. You have anything to say, Chloe?
I'm good.
Thanks for dinner.
You're welcome.
We got what? One package left?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
4 each.
All right. 4 each, and need more buns. What do you want for dinner tomorrow? You want me to fry something?
Oh, yeah.
And what? Oh,
Maybe some more.
I think you and I should address Dark Joker. Want me to read it to you
Sure.
so you can give your opinion, love?
Good. Yeah.
Rita, in my supermarket, 2 chicken breasts for $18. Before COVID-1, I got it. That's what he put. You're going to correct him?
Okay, go ahead.
I could get a pack of 6 breasts for $10. Go ahead, give your opinion first. I'm going to check on some real quick. Before I
Yeah. The coronavirus know, the way it is right now, everything's gone up in price. Everything. Everyone's trying to stockpile. Everyone's trying to hoard things. You also got scalpers too, buying it all up, taking advantage of people, you know, buying in a panic. So they scalp it all and then decide to sell for their own, you know, connections, so they can raise the price up and make some money off of it all. You know.
Yeah.
Some people scalp food. They'll go to grocery stores and scalp all the food, and then sell it, you know, in flea markets or so. And what they'll do, when it comes to fresh meat and produce from the grocery store, they'll take them out of their sealed cases, right? And they'll reseal them, put their logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them do it too. Then they claim it's organic. But when you cook it when you eat it, cook it, it tastes just like the stuff you bought at Walmart. I wonder why. Probably because the person you bought off of was a scalper who scalped a lot of that meat from Walmart and repackaged it to claim it's organic, so he can make some, so he could con you for money. And he did a scam, you know. No, it was like Eddie from Ed and Eddie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I always had an idea to scam, you know, our kids around the cul-de-sac, right? On the cul-de-sac, right?
Yep.
By having, like, you know, these fun things or selling stuff that really sucked, but they don't care if anyone enjoyed it. He just did it for quarters, which is scamming everyone else for money so he can buy jawbreakers.
Yep.
I mean, and then Eddie, 10 to 15 years later, Eddie from Ed and Eddie, you know, I went to Walmart and scalped all the meat and produce. Took to his home, repackaged everything, putting his logo saying Ed's Organic Food, and then sold at the flea market. And then people bought Ed's Organic Food. They eat it and realize it tastes just like the same stuff they bought at Walmart. Because Eddie scammed them. Those people thought they bought organic food, but they just paid a lot of price for food that they could have just bought at Walmart. Or one of the other two ads, one ad, they don't really care what they do. He just likes to watch sci-fi horror films. And the other Ed, they call Double D, was more of a genius and was more of a thinker, and he loved education and never liked any of Eddie's scams. Because Double D was the more, you know, Double D is more into the school, learning different things, learning history, science, math. And he was smart.
Yep.
And he is also a neat freak. He liked to keep his stuff clean at all times. Then he also was a stickler for manners too.
Yep. Sorry, everyone, for me letting Chloe talk for a minute. I had something to share with you all. This is unreal. I had to travel to purchase meats, and I did find a better deal. Hey, sis, update. They did approve the bill. I'm sure they approved it, but it's already dead in the water when it comes to the Republicans and the president. So why should we even update on it, sis? I already read about it. It's dead on arrival for the fucking repubs. They're saying, fuck it. We want everyone back to work. We don't care if you die going back to work. We want you going back to work because our big business buddies need to work. They're more important. Their lives are more important than the lowly peons that need to be called back to work. Oh, there you go. You know. This is unreal. I had to travel to purchase meats. Yeah, well, you know what? I go to the farmer's market. Okay, I go to the farmer's market. However, the problem I want to talk to you about, okay, I just came up with an idea that Pee-wee popped in my head a while ago, and I just didn't take your offer on it, which wasn't really an offer as so much as a suggestion that was, and Pee-wee's a sweetheart, is because the states are trying to force everyone to open, and this virus is going to get out of hand, even on this island eventually, where we're going to have hospitals around the nation being clogged up because one greedy son of a bitch wants to get reelected so bad that he's willing to jeopardize everyone's life to get reelected, that I decided to go and order me. You ready for this? Powdered milk. Got several cans coming. I decided to order powdered milk so I don't have to worry about milk. I'll just put it in my little refrigerator to get cold, and I will have powdered milk. Hey, Mom, what's up? Hey, Mom. Nice boobs. Yeah. So I went ahead and ordered powdered milk for Chloe's safety.
Thank you.
So what do you guys think of that? My name is Moppy. I'm a dog. What do you guys think of me ordering? No, get away from my Scoot. Do you want a meaty? Do you want a moisty, huh? Is that what you want? Fine. Let me get you a moisty, so quit trying to eat my worm. So let's see what Gail's got to say. They don't. They basically don't. There was a report in the Post today. You want me to read you the quote? Here you go. I'll read it to you. You're going to not like it, sis. Washington Post said, hey, this is new. Here you go. Nope. Anyways, the report said that basically it said that the Republicans basically said that each party is basically fighting for their own life. Therefore, if someone needs to be the sacrificial lamb, it has to be the American people and the Democrats because they're entitled to live while everyone else is entitled to die. Due to the fact that the way it is. Basically, it says, the American people are the sacrificial lamb to get the president reelected, so he doesn't care if 500,000 people or 2 million or 3 million die as long as he gets reelected. So to us, we're just a fucking number and we're expendable. Plain and simple. That's what the Washington Post said. Well, it's one party over the other. One says they'll live, the other says go die. And the one that wants to live is a Republican. Yeah, and I find it to be bullshit, sis. Well, you might get a measly $1,200, which this bill ain't going anywhere. The Republicans turned around. I read the report. Said that every first responder, every police officer, every fireman, every EMT, every grocery store clerk, $10,000 a person, $6,000 for a family for an extra stimulus, and the rest of us get $1,200. The Republican said, one, there's no money, and two, you're being fucking unfair to the fucking citizens. If you're really worried about your fucking people, then you should be fucking giving 10 grand across the board. And then they said, three, you have 10 grand across the board, the American people will still be spending it foolishly. So why spend it and have them support Walmart or Best Buy? Find it simple. I mean, literally, that's the way it is. The Republicans, I mean, I may not be a Republican or a Democrat, sis, but I think the bill has some flaws in it, like giving 10 grand to everyone else, including the grocery store clerks, while you get a measly $1,200. I say, fuck it. Give it at least 10,000 across the board or $1 million across the board. Don't just fucking say 1,200 for the fucking poor ass people, 6,000 for the fucking families, and additional 10 grand for everyone that's working on the front lines. Fuck them. Some of these doctors make for fucking 1.2 to 2 million a year. Why the fuck should we even be worrying about them? No, I agree completely. They need to both piss up a rope. I know, literally. Illegals will get benefits. Right. We don't need to have the illegals. They're here illegally. Deport their ass and then get back to, but no. You got both sides. The Republicans have their own ideas. The Democrats have their own ideas. They are not coming to a happy medium to help the American people. The Democrats, you've heard me say this time and time again. The Democrats are being blamed for stalling the government, stalling the fucking workers, stalling the states, and stalling everything so they can get Trump out of office. Trump's blaming that to the Democrats. The Republicans are turning around going, well, if they don't go back to work, I'm doing Mitch, by the way. If they don't go back to work, we got to funnel more money. But we don't have the money, so we need to personally wait and see how well it plays out. Meanwhile, people are still fucking sitting there in the dark waiting for the first stimulus check. They're using that as a scapegoat people aren't getting their first stimulus checks. We got to wait for them before we give any money. So we might take up a legislation after Labor Day to basically turn around and protect the businesses from lawsuits against people that are forced to go back to work. Companies need to work, and these people need to get off their lazy ass. They've been unemployed 2 months. So if they go back to work and they die, well, and their family can't sue the businesses for liability because we want to protect liability. And the Democrats are going, well, we can't really protect do that because, if someone company forces them to go back to work or have or be homeless, they should be able to sue on the grounds that they're being forced to go back to work. I mean, literally, it's two fucking sides of the fence here. I mean, literally. And then you got the president, I'm going to go Wisconsin. And all of a sudden, guess what happens? Other states might go and sue, and then they reopen. Meanwhile, other states, like our state, might just close down the borders with the fucking National Guard and citizens with guns and be like, well, you're not coming into Washington, you fucking hill jacks, because we're not allowing people with this virus. We don't know. The virus can mutate so much. It can travel through air ducts. It can infect airlines. One day you have asymptomatic, no one knows about it, and they say, oh, you're negative. 2 days to 14 days later, if you're on a plane or a train or a bus, you could have infected an entire city because of it. And they're only thinking about their fucking pocketbooks. So basically, they're sitting there and they're fucking playing politics. They're playing politics with your fucking life, with your fucking son-in-law's life, with everyone's fucking life, your grandkids' life. Send the little nippers back to school. If they get the virus, they will. Well, they're resilient. Yet little kids at 5 years old are dying of strokes, heart attacks, kidney and liver failure, and other diseases they can't understand. The virus is mutating. It's in the entire body. What do you think I just realized to go buy me a 5-gallon bucket of powdered milk, huh? And cans of powdered milk. I realize I'm not jeopardizing Chloe to go get my milk when this thing hits the fucking fan. We need to be fucking prepared. I just realized this is basically worse than I thought. People are sitting around getting sick left and right, and they're going out partying and they're getting tested. Yeah, but they're just having their little forehead scan. What if the fucking forehead scan says nothing, and then 2 days later someone has the virus and then the entire bar spread, and then an entire city spread, and then an entire county spread? We have to take seriousness here. No one's taking this serious anymore. They're like, oh, the president's getting reelected. Oh, yeah. And when grandma and grandpa die, and their wives die, and husbands die, and their children's die, these people are going to take notice, rise up, and vote the son of a bitches out of office because they didn't listen. They were forced to be fucking, weak motherfuckers that are basically told, you need to open the government because the government needs to be reopened because, you're going to jeopardize my re-election campaign because I'm basing it all on the economy. No one's going to be buying shit at the malls, and people that do, I wouldn't be caught dead in the mall. They say the malls could be an affected hot zone for the virus. The government, no, actually, China basically leaked it out, or I hid it. So China's at fault. But the problem, sis, is it's not the Rothschilds, it's not Bezos, it's not that. I mean, literally. Bezos taking advantage because everyone's funneling their money into either Kroger's, Walmart, Target, or Amazon. No one else. So those 4 major companies are sustaining itself on everyone's stimulus checks. Whereas everyone else is watching their banks. And I mean, look, let me tell you a story, sis. I want you to hear something, and I want you to basically be amazed. Did you know that the United States, the major banking system of the entire U.S., is controlled by Wells Fargo? They control all the smaller banks. And the smaller banks like Bank of America and stuff, they make the decision. Some banks over that maintain a good banking business with their customers are staying afloat. But the other banking system that's owned by the other side is Goldman Sachs. Now, Goldman Sachs has said that the banking system is failing. If the banking system is failing, who's going to fix it, right? Well, Elizabeth Warren said there's only one way to fix it, and it'd give everyone a headache. Taking all of the balance sheets of Goldman Sachs and letting Wells Fargo control the banking system. If Wells Fargo controls the banking system, you know damn good and well the entire fucking economy is going to dump, because if Wells Fargo goes bankrupt, all of everyone's money is lost, even the stuff the U.S. government backed, because they can't back that much. They can't back approximately $6 trillion. They don't have it. They can't back it. So 99.9% of the banking system would fail, and all your monies would be gone, just like the Great Depression. $402. Holy shit! My electric bill is like 100 something. Yeah, Goldman Sachs. They offered to buy up Goldman Sachs to be the leading banking company in the country. Literally, I mean, they already got bailed out already several times. Now they want to fucking go around and this. They already bailed out the fucking Wall Street. Wall Street's basically, we're just waiting. This is why I said, sis, stay in your house. Buy what you need. Stay away from children. I know you're not perverted or anything, but I'm just saying, stay away from kids. They can transmit it faster than most. When you stay with your grandkids, that's fine. Do all the precautions you need, but stay in for the next 12 to 2 years, because this shit ain't going to get any better. People say, oh, yeah, now the government's I'm going to go get drunk. And they go get drunk and everything else happens. And again, they're going to go into other states, try to rile up other people. In the end, the entire country, I guarantee by Christmas, is going to be so fucking plagued with this. People are going to be dying. And we're going to be seeing 2020 and 2021 to be shithole years, especially Christmas time, because no one's going to be able to buy Christmas presents. I mean, literally, there's only 4 major companies basically making money right now online, and that's, like I said, Kroger for groceries, Walmart, Target, and Amazon. No one else is buying. No one else. So you're going to see a lot of companies fail. And yet he wants to save all these companies, because all of these companies are big donors to him. I say let them fail. Fuck them. They didn't do us any good. We got to bail them out again. Fuck them. I say your life is more important than these fucking big businesses. 402? Fuck. I mean, literally, that's why I'm saying, look at it this way. The Republicans don't give 2 shits whether any more bills pass. They just want the government reopened, and they don't care. It's an election year. If their man gets booted out, they're going to go crying to the American people asking why. I mean, literally, look right now. We go into June, we're going to probably have close to 40 or 50 million people unemployed or more. And as the virus spreads rapidly, you're going to see hospitals basically either mandatory making their employees work longer shifts, or they're going to fucking quit and say you're on your fucking own. We can't handle this because some senior douchebag basically said, you're going to work. Yeah, you guys got to go back to work. We don't want to bail you guys out, so you're going to have to go back to work. And if you are working, you're going to have to do double, triple shifts, because there's people out there that's freeloading, that's scared for their lives, so you're going to have to go back to work. Does that, I mean, literally, the Rothschilds and the billionaires aren't involved. The Rothschilds already lost approximately $150 billion in their assets. Fucking other people are losing more. Warren Buffett, who's a billionaire, sold a lot of shit too. Hold on a second. I got an email that came in. Hopefully it's Amazon talking about my milk order. What the hell? So my sister emailed me. Sorry about that. She basically said she's made a deal and she's taken her. Well, let me tell you what she's doing. My sister in Colorado emailed me. She says some people around the area invested in multiple cows. Okay, so she made a deal with one of the guys, and so her son, her daughter, herself, they're spending $3,600, and they're gonna have an entire head of cow butchered for their freezer, basically, so they can have meat because they are now, quote unquote, don't believing anything Commander in Chief says, and frankly, supposedly something or other. So I don't know the whole thing, but I guess my family's really serious about cows now. Well, I wouldn't use the fucking air conditioner. I got this box fan going. I got the ceiling fan going. My bill is high as is, you know. So, anyways, like I said to you all, I think personally, out of love for you all, you guys got to realize that we're in a pandemic. So you have to prepare for it. If my own sister, who voted for Trump, now probably 99.5% of the time doesn't trust him, then that tells you right there she's getting beef. There's a reason she's getting beef, everyone, and that is a good reason why. And I would say literally she's doing the damn great thing, you know, by getting beef. I mean, literally, I've told you this how many fucking times? Get meat, get food, stockpile. Literally. The pandemic is not going to get any better, so you got to prepare yourself. However, since I'm looking around, I got my thing to do, so I might as well get a pen and a paper and look up a couple things real quick, since it seems you guys petered out the comments, and when the comments peter out, you know I'm going to go bye-bye because I have other things to do. Yeah, I know. I like to let the girls out from time to time, but you know, this heat, it's not cool. All right, let's see what this is. I just want to know. I want to get these video reviews done soon so I can focus. What is this exactly? I don't know. What is it exactly? It doesn't say what it is. That's the thing. I have to fucking look it up. I hate when I have to do that. It just means I got to fucking do more work than I want to. I got enough problems as is. I need to fucking work on, I wonder what happened to fucking our buddy Minnesota. Let's see. So, is this even available?